Hello there, beautiful beautifuls. How are you? It's such a magical time right now in the universe, and especially within my own energies. So I just wanted to share a little bit of like an astrological energy update of my own. This has been compiled through 3 major sources, one being Kaypacha of the Pele report. You can find him on YouTube. Another is Sonja Francis of... Oh, crap. Okay. Sonja Francis, the astrologer coach. And the other one is Vrba, who is also an astrologer and just touts amazing little nuggets of wisdom. And so I've taken all of those and kind of combined them into what I feel is really resonant right now. And miraculously, because we are all miracles, and the things that come to us from within the way that we are receiving energy is magical. You are magic. You are also a goddess. So without further ado, these are Kaypacha's words. The seeds of Aries are planted in the soil of Taurus and need to be allowed to grow and not pushed, right? So this is not a time, because we are Taurus, we don't get pushed around, right? We stand our ground. Dunka! Like, we're in here. What do you want? I'm grounded. I'm powerful. I am in my own. You cannot fuck with me, okay? We also have Pluto, who's the ruler of Scorpio. Scorpio is, and Pluto are acknowledging past and future. So it's this dichotomy or balance of, if we have experiences in our past that we are perhaps trying to protect ourselves from because like we don't want to experience that again, this keeps us in disempowerment, right? These are Sonja Francis's ideas. It's not empowering if we are constantly thinking about the past in order that we don't repeat past mistakes or failures because like, oh, I don't want to feel that way again. I don't want to feel this pain. So we are coming kind of up, we're being shown this mirror of if we resist so much of our past or what happened or what the past may be mirroring into our future or our present, that's just going to keep us disempowered, right? Resistance in any form is putting focus on something that we cannot control, and so it keeps us unempowered. So to be looking at the things that you are assessing in terms of fear for not wanting history to repeat itself, and having some detachment from that. Also, we have Pluto stationing direct, meaning it's lining up in its station, in its house, in Capricorn. So Capricorn represents, also Sonja Francis's work, represents long-term goals and social aspirations. And it's exalted. The meaning of exalted is a term that I love because it parallels exalted postures in yoga asana, right? We do exalted crescent. It's when we're turning around. We're not just doing this lateral movement, right? We are kind of twisting and fully feeling the full extent of our physical body as well as how we are 3D beings, kind of like planets, and we can move around them and feel the full expression. So exalted heightens our awareness, heightens our desires, and increases our emotional authenticity or our emotionally authentic connection to, and this is where the other planet comes in, Pluto, the ruler of Scorpio. So it's intensifying or heightening our desire for our emotional authenticity with our connection to our stories from the past and how we are projecting that into the future. So if you find yourself thinking about past events quite often these days, there's a reason, right? It's universal in that the energy is not pushing you into, but allowing you to grow into this Taurus energy of stability, of groundedness within these very strong and heightened desires to find our authenticity and connection with these stories, these future, the things that we want in terms of socially and our long-term goals. What do we want for the future, right? So this is a beautiful time. Taurus is ruled by Venus, and Venus is also coming in conjunct. Venus is Aphrodite, right? The goddess that we just did in Yoga Nidra. It's the goddess of beauty, sensual beauty, love, material things, dressing beautifully, and having a lot of material wealth and possessions and luxury, which is very much, Taurus is ruled by Venus, who is also synonymous with Aphrodite. So all of these like beauty, and where does beauty come from? Where do you derive your beauty? Surround yourself with beautiful things, create beautiful things. This is kind of why I was so inspired to create my magic wand the past few days, because it's like I'm just embodying more and more of my goddess nature as I look into the future and what I want to create and what I aspire to be engaging with communities socially. It's honing in on that sun energy. So also, a little twist in there, Pluto is also going retrograde in the next couple of days. So during the full moon, this, looking at bad experiences and projecting into the future or into the present with what we desire fully is also going retrograde. So it's going back a sign. So you think about it going back from Taurus energy into Aries energy. So that's also inspiring us to be like, hey, all right, I'm going to take a bold step forward into this firepower. I'm going to move a little bit out of this earth grounded energy, and I'm going to make moves, step into it powerfully. Yeah. So with Pluto being exalted, your survival urges could be very strong. This is also Sonja Francis. In situations where you think you have no control, you might feel the need to rely on experiences in your past, what didn't work, be fearful of what might happen again, repeat itself, and then fight or flight takes its hold, and you're like, oh, you're gripped in this like. If you go that direction and feel like, oh, I don't want to do that again, I don't want to do that, then you have Taurus encouraging you to be like, yeah, fine, stay there, stay in that space of not feeling okay, of feeling vulnerable and wanting to just survive at any cost. So that can be a little bit hairy, right? So it's really important that we focus on, where am I denying things about myself, or where am I focusing on these survival, like need to survive, when really I'm safe, I'm grounded. Use the Taurus energy for grounding and for the bull. Like, no, I'm determined, I'm strong, I can make these decisions for myself differently, and I can just stand here. I don't have to push through. I don't have to bullishly, break through like the running of the bulls. I can just wait because I'm strong, and I will not be pushed, and I can stand in my power and acknowledge that I can make decisions for myself and shift or transition out of the way I used to operate and into some newness. So with that, it's also this beautiful time, right? Venus and Aphrodite. Aphrodite was born out of the sea foam. She was also born from the severed genitals of Uranus, actually. Interesting, because Uranus is also bringing these this revolutionary change, right? His son cut off his genitals and threw them into the ocean, and then Aphrodite sprung from the severed genitals into the sea foam. But it's like this beautiful, it's like a weird sorted, that's like Uranus and Scorpio energy, that's bizarre, that's weird, this very strange conceptualization of how a goddess is born. But then she comes out on the sea foam, flourishing and flooding and billowing into the shore on these magical waves. They're not even magical, they're just natural, right? So as she's coming in, this is like the rebirth. Do you know the Botticelli painting, The Birth of Venus? She's like on this huge clamshell, ushered in by the sea with a big pearl. These are beautiful pictures or depictions. So this is a time of like so much beauty, so much love. Where do you see creativity and beauty and artistic talents in your life? Tune into those energies and really act on them. Use the past Aries energy, Pluto being in retrograde, to pull in some of that, like, I'm going to take a step forward. Instead of being the bull who's like just stuck in it, use the stability, not the stuckness, right? To take action on your desires, to make them authentic to you, to connect with that authenticity that you have. And also, so where else in your life do you wish to have a rebirth? What do you want to be reborn in your life right now? What concepts or activities or aspects of your personality, things that you want to bring back, right? This is where we're looking at the past, right? Scorpio's looking at the past, and instead of viewing like, oh, I'm scared of that, I don't want to do that again, instead let's look back to the beautiful images of our past, right? Where did we have joy and light and love and beauty and artistry and delicious foods, you know, and nectars and you know, all of these amazing symbols of sensuousness and loving the skin that we live in. So this is such a beautiful time to really love yourself. Yeah? So what can I be letting go of? What are the old ideals that I might be afraid to repeat? Can I just say like, okay, I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna be the bull, right? I'm gonna embody the bull and say like, no, you're not coming into my present reality right now. I'm leaving you in the past. That's where you belong. I'm letting go of you. Don't come back, right? You're gone. Gonzo. Get the gun show out. And then, what do you want to be reborn? So what from your past are you more lighthearted about? And you're like, that was awesome. You know, this new program that I'm collaborating with several other fitness professionals here really brought up a lot of my past for me, like being in a gym and taking dance classes and doing strength training workouts and just the joy of community and being together. So, you know, what do you want to create in your reality that might be a rebirth of something that you've already been creating and working on, yeah? So these are all great things to journal about or meditate on. And also with the Scorpio energy, so Scorpio looks at the darkness and the truth, right? They're very much like digging out what might be a hidden truth. So what in your life right now you can't deny it. It's undeniable, right? It comes up all the time if you're journaling regularly, which I highly recommend. What keeps coming up for you? What themes? What can you not deny? And can you sit with that truth in, again, the stability of the bull in Taurus, not the stubbornness, not the stuckness, but the stability, the strength, the boldness, the courage to just, what can I bring to the surface into the light, that the light of the full moon, again, that's coming on the 27th, that is, you can't deny it, right? It's there. It's always there. You know it. And it's Scorpio energy of the full moon that's going to say, it's there. Okay? You can't deny this. It's always been there. It ain't gonna change. You got this. So what is it? What can you not deny? And then using the Taurian, the Aphrodite, the Venus energy to welcome and nurture and just get all warm and cozy and gooey and pretty and beautiful about it and create from that space, right? We don't have to be like this strong charging bull who's like taking the attributes of Scorpio and is like, no, that was wrong and we're just going to cut it out and be, and I'm angry about it. We don't have to be angry, right? We can be strong and stable and secure, right? And be unaffected by our scintillating or vacillating emotions. And Another intriguing question, also from Sonja Francis. What am I scared of that might be true, that I might be denying? What am I afraid to deny? Well, no, what am I afraid about bringing out into the light, uncovering, right? Scorpio's digging into these dark places of our nature, these injuries and samskaras or traumas of the past, and pulling them out and saying, am I afraid to bring this out into the light? I might be afraid. Yeah, I might be scared of that. I don't want to admit it. I want to deny it. I want to deny it. What am I trying to deny? That's always there, but it makes me a little bit scared. So then can I use that strength, that determination, that solid foundation of Taurus, of the bull, and also the love and the beauty and the sensuousness to make like a beautiful nest or a bed or a delicious meal for our amazing, incredible, whatever it is. What's that thing that you might be afraid of, but you just want to make let's make a beautiful little nest to put you in, or create a little home for you and welcome you in, right? We don't have to be afraid of these things. They're just thoughts. They're just ideas, right? You don't have to be scared of what happened in the past happening again. You have so much more knowledge now. You have all the experience. You have all of this learning, the entire journey that you've been on, and now you can apply all of those learnings to this thing again. So it's like, let's create this beautiful, like, think of the clamshell of Venus and Aphrodite is like coming in on the ocean, held up by the sea foam. Like, how beautiful, how elegant, how floaty, how wondrous that she's coming in this like rush of beauty. Let's create that for our desires, our authentic selves, our strongest inclinations for what we want to create in our social aspirations, our social lives, right? I, for one, am calling in my life partner. I'm fucking scared as shit to be like, yeah, I'm gonna be bold ass Taurus. Like, I'm calling in my life partner. Like, I want a partner, like a male counterpart to my energy. I tried that shit, it didn't work. That's the darkness, right? That's the like, okay, I went after and I achieved. I was married, divorced, blah, 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 had millions of relationships. Not millions, but you get the point. So yeah, I'm a little bit scared of that. Like, what am I gonna have to sacrifice in my life in order to bring in that energy into my space, into my realm? But it's something that I authentically desire. So can I make like a beautiful presentation and offer myself up holy and be the feminine goddess divine energy of the container that I am, to allow in this divine masculine into my space, into my life? You out there? Are you there? Come on in. Come on. Come on, I got a really pretty bed for you. But if maybe you don't want a really pretty bed, maybe you want like a really bold and like whatever bed, and like then I'm gonna have to be like, well, I'll just keep my pretty little wand over here. But anyway, I'll make do because I'm coming into this authentic self more and more every day. Okay, just a couple more topics. How can you feel more empowered with your connections and with your aspirations, these things that you want? So just like I was giving examples of the things that I want, how can I feel more empowered? And we just talked about it, right? Using the beauty and the comfort and the love of Venus to welcome and create beautiful scenes or ideal scenes. You can use the ideal scene workshop for that to paint this beautiful picture, magically create the scene that you would like to present to the world. I need to make a stand for my magic wand. Okay. Can you step into your own authority in the world? This is a good one. How? How can you step into your authority with bold Taurus energy, bold Scorpio energy, understanding that I'm not going there, I make decisions and that's it. I'm drawing the line in the sand, boom. How can I be authentically me? This is me in my power. I can set firm boundaries. I can be open with my communication. I can do throat chakra work in yoga asana, right? Ask yourself these questions repeatedly. They're much better questions than why, or they're much more supportive, right? Not better, but they're more supportive in your journey to the path to being in connection with your highest self, because they support you in sending your brain down, not a rabbit hole, but like a freaking rocket ship. Rabbit hole, rocket ship, rabbit hole, rocket ship. Which one do you want? I want the rocket ship. I mean, I know Alice in Wonderland's all down the rabbit hole and stuff too, and that's wonderful, but that was like a little sordid, a little twisted, right? The rocket ship takes you into space, into like connection with yourself, like that, the star stuff that mirrors inside of you. I digress. How can I feel more empowered in my connections with my aspirations? How can I step into my own authority in the world? How can I better focus on the things that I do have control over? I do have control. So now we get into a little bit of Sarah Vrba's powerful stuff. And by the way, Kaypacha's info has been like spattered and laced into all of this. So, and here is some more of Kaypacha's. So we just talked a lot about this, leaving the old, so death, birthing, rebirthing the new. This is the Scorpio and Taurus kind of counterplay. And it's very honest energy. So we also have Taurus, Scorpio, Leo, and Aquarius, all fixed signs. They're all stable, fixed signs. So it's very honest energy, right? We know who we are, and we're going to enliven ourselves to believe in what and who we are, and use that energy to discover, to rebirth our soul's calling. So one of the things that is beautiful about my Your Embodied Divinity program, it's a 9-month yoga teacher training program, which helps you get in touch with your divine essence. One of the most beautiful aspects of that program is you get to work with my good friend and fellow goddess, Kim Rua-Constan, who is an Akashic Records coach. So this is a really good time astrologically to utilize this energy of rebirthing this new you. My program is actually called Rebirth a New You. So we're rebirthing your soul gifts. And what Akashic Records coaches or readers do, what Kim does, is divine from the Akashic Records what your soul gifts are. So maybe you've always been questioning, like, what exactly are my soul's gifts? Like, I have feelings and I kind of like know, I kind of have inklings or inclinations or things that I've always liked, but like, what's my soul's blueprint? It's literally a blueprint for your soul, and it tells you what your gifts are. So I have many, she has told me, and look at how happy I am. But seriously, she helped me immensely on my journey, and so this is one of the services that you get with Your Embodied Divinity, this program, is that you get to become awakened to what your soul gifts are. I mean, it's unbelievable. And so with this honest collaboration of these stars, we are honestly using that to calibrate us to our soul's calling. What are your soul gifts? This is a perfect time to not only sign up for that program, yes, shameless self-plug, but it's also something to really acknowledge. What do you want to sustain in your life with this Taurus energy? What do you want to anchor into that nourishes us? So you can use these thoughts, these meditations in your yoga practices, but you can also use them in your shavasana. And I'm going to be guiding some of these themes into the restorative class this week, and also in upcoming activating and empowering classes, because it really helps to really hone in or tune into your own anchoring into self when you're in shavasana, right? This is the time where you're acknowledging your connection to Mother Earth, to Mother Gaia, Taurus energy, right? Venus rules Taurus. So how can you better love yourself and anchor yourself and root yourself in that love? Yeah? I'm going to stop putting this down now and just keep waving it. We also have the Sun, Mercury, Venus in conjunction with Uranus. Oh man, which Uranus is all about sudden, unpredictable changes, shifts, and innovation. So you have all this mercurial energy, this love driving you, and Taurus, Aphrodite, beauty, resources, material things. What Kaypacha describes as the bull and the Buddha. So Taurus is the bull and the Buddha. So you can sit and be calm and stable, right? Like the Buddha in meditation. And also you are the bull, so you can charge into and take a stand for what you truly desire and want. And you have it coming up against Uranus, which is this sudden, unpredictable change. So what in your life needs like a big shock or a jolt or like bam, like lightning? We've been having solar winds lately, like crazy solar winds. Solar winds are 2.2 million degrees Fahrenheit hot. 2.2 million degrees Fahrenheit is how hot solar winds are, and they're whipping off of the corona, which is the space of plasma in between the sun's surface and like 1.2 million miles outside of the sun's surface. So you have all this like super hot heat and plasma pummeling through the universe, whipping at, it's enough heat to whip the tails off of comets. So it's like whoosh, it's like whipping all that stuff out. It's crazy. So what is this like unpredictable, wild, whipping sun energy, right? We were stepping out of Aries. Aries is like boldly always going for what they want. And also now we are having like shocks of lightning. Like we're having crazy lightning storms here. I don't know about you guys. The sky is like wild, insane colors. The clouds are voluminous and voluptuous and billowing and beautiful. And we're spreading all of these amazing colors around. And you also have the stability of Taurus, right? So like where in your life, now is the time, where can you make like this big, huge, erratic even, like this wild, tumultuous change or shift and just innovate and then use the Taurian fixed earth energy to stay with that, to set up some foundations and stand strong in it like the bull, yeah? Taurus builds, sustains, maintains. Kaypacha says all of this as well as put your money where your mouth is. Get your resources together. Like compile everything that you've built and like make something. Make a wand. I can show you how. I have a workshop for that too. It's so pretty, isn't it? So pretty. I'll show you all about how I did it. Anywho. And look at this like windy, curvy like branch. I don't know if you can see it that well, but like I just found this at Angkor Wat. Like what the, it's just magical. It's literally like the stuff of dreamscapes. Can you see how all of those, like, look at that. What the? That's natural. That was just nature wrapping around itself. I put it on this stick. It was on a different stick, but, you know, it just had to be done. Okay. So, you got this great, resourceful, beautiful energy in Taurus moving into the full moon in Scorpio, which is like survival. So how can you use it instead of like, oh my God, I'm afraid and I need to protect myself to survive? How can you be like, how can I use the beauty of me, right? The essence of me, the desires in me to create something resourceful, sustainable, that I can live on, that I can build a foundation on, that I can survive. I'm self-sufficient, and the world will hand me this dream, right? If I just put the energy out there, if I start creating the visions, the pictures. I'm going to be doing vision boarding a lot in the coming days. So the world is going to give you what you need. You do not need to push for it. You just can be handed it. This collaboration that I have now with the 3 other fitness professionals in Phnom Penh. They just made a post, I replied to it, and now we're all working together. It's like the universe will hand you things that belong to you, right? As long as you're putting the energy out there. What do I want to focus on? What do I want to create? I'm creating this vision of collaboration and community and total health and freedom, mental, emotional freedom. And so then people come in and say, hey, you want to give that mental, emotional yoga meditation part, and we're going to do all the physical and nutritional and like the facts-based stuff, and then like the dance aspect of it. Whoa! Zumba! Yes, I do. Thank you very much. I'll take that. Okay, my battery's about to die, so I'll make this quick. How real is your desire? What is your status quo, and is it working for you? What is your schedule? What do you consider your identity? What are the activities that you do? Do they match? Do your desires match your status quo? And what is the link between them? What do you need to birth into the world to link your desire with what you are doing? Does what you are doing match what you desire? And where do you seek unpredictable, radical change from Scorpio and Uranus to slap you in the face and say, just do it. Just create your magic wand. You're a witch. You are. Own it. How have we been manipulating ourselves to fit into society and culture, and how can we step boldly into our true, real, not surface? Scorpio is for real. It looks at the darkness, the goodness, everything, and says, this is it. I'm super honest. I'm going to tell you like it is. This is deep shit, and this is me, and I'm going to proclaim it to the world, right? Uranus, we don't fit in. We make our mark. We do disruptive change. And Taurus, we are grounded, we are strong, we are secure, we are stable, and we will make magic. I love you guys so much. I'm going to write some of these things for you to journal on in the comments here. And yeah, thank you so much to Kaypacha, to Sonja Francis, to Sarah Vrba, because you guys inspire me endlessly. And thank you also to Sophie Bashford, who wrote the book You Are a Goddess, who inspired my Goddess series, Nidra, and who gives me endless inspirational resources about this goddess energy. Thank you to all of the 9 goddesses who are working with me on your embodied divinity program. And thank you also to the 3 coaches who are joining me in this amazing Fit Pros Cure. Let's see if I can remember them. Collaboration, unification, restoration, and energy? I forget. Anyway, doesn't matter. I'm stepping boldly into this. I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful day, night, evening, midday, whatever the fuck. And just put in some comments, anything that you need to know about what's going on, what's up with you, what do you want from me. Take it all. I got it for you. I'm here for you. I love you. But most importantly, love yourself.